If your family's hot and miserable, just add an AC tune-up for only $109 from Premier Heating and Air, and you'll be cool and happy. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company.
Get ready for Trinity Crusader football. Tune in to the coaches' shows and game of the week every week on TV 35. Or watch anytime at TV 35 WDIG on YouTube.
Hello, football fans, and welcome to the 2023 football season. I'm here with Coach Jed Marsh. I'm Michael Maffitt, your host of the Trinity Football Crusader Football Show. And Coach, you know, it seems just like yesterday we were here wrapping up the season last year, and, you know, we went through the summer drills, and we finally had our first game last Friday night after 2 scrimmages. So walk us through kind of what you guys did this summer, go through the 2 scrimmages, and then we'll talk about the game last week.
Yeah, this summer, I mean, we met 4 days a week, every week, all summer long, and players worked hard, saw a lot of participation there, kids there every day. Focused on the first half was just getting that core strength back to where it needed to be. And then, you know, with the school we have, everybody playing spring sports. Most of my football players play 2 or 3 spring sports. So getting them back in the groove of football and the conditioning you need to have for football. That was our focus first half of the summer. Second half of the summer was getting ready to actually play the game, learning the offense and the defense, and going a lot different route this year, just with different personnel. You know, going into the whole first half of the, preseason, it looked like a team where, you know, we weren't going to throw the ball much. We were going to have to pound the ball, and we had a good O-line to do it behind. So that was our focus offensively. Defensively, I wanted to be more aggressive. Last year, I didn't get much production out of my defensive front, and I wanted to see that change this year. So that was our focus offensively and defensively. We came out and did that, worked hard at it. Scrimmages, we scrimmaged Mount DeSales, EBA, and CFCA. You know, 2 of those teams are going to play this year. The other one's a very good opponent. We came out there, we saw where we were weak in a lot of areas, and we tried to improve on that. And then we scrimmaged Robert Toombs, a very talented team, and they showed us where we were weak in a lot of areas, you know. And so we had time to see what we need to improve on. And kids answered to every challenge I gave them, and they came after it. And we showed a much better game against Piedmont than we did in the previous scrimmages. Didn't get the job done, but I saw the fight in our kids, and I saw, you know, mistakes improved, and you know, I can see us going in the right direction.
No doubt. So the 2 takeaways that I came from the Robert Toombs scrimmage to last week was tackling was something that we really needed to work on after the Robert Toombs game. We moved into that first game against Piedmont, and I think you saw a much better effort.
We did.
The kids got after the tackling aspect of it.
Yeah, I mean, with our team makeup, I mean, there's a big difference between our 1s and our 2s, and you know, that's not, you know, a slide against the 2s. It's the 2s are 14 years old, you know, and we got these 17, 18-year-old, you know, on the other side. So live tackling wasn't as easily to do this year. We definitely did, and you have to teach the right way to keep all the players safe. But you could tell after that scrimmage we didn't do enough of it, and then we fixed that last week, and our tackling was much better. Still have room to improve on the defense. Offensively, you know, we're still missing simple blocks and taking wrong steps, and we do have a lot of people in new positions. We saw there's times that it will work, but we have to do all the things right.
Yeah. One great addition that you got late was quarterback Ben CP.
Yes, sir.
So I'm assuming that was a testament to you. You got Ben to come out of retirement.
Yeah, he came out of retirement for us. He's a kid that his freshman year came out. I could tell he had all the talent in the world. Still young. So he was, you know, our scout team quarterback. I could tell he had a great arm, quick release, the things you want in a quarterback. Very smart. And last year, he's a coach, I want to focus on basketball. And, you know, I hated that. I fought with him about it, did everything I could. And this year, you know, late in the season, I wasn't expecting him to come out. Still worked on him all the time. And about a week and a half before our first game, he showed up like, Coach, I'm ready to go. In the scrimmage, first scrimmage, we didn't really put him in. We worked the guy that Jamie Deacle, a very good player for us. We worked him, but he's a great running back, and that's what I want him to play. And so Ben came out and showed me he's a really good quarterback, and he can make great throws. I wish you could see some of the practice throws he makes. It's elite level the way he can spot the ball. And so he's our best guy for the job, but he wasn't ready for the job yet. Yeah. And it's hard to expect a kid to make his first start with a week and a half practice. You know, a lot of it's on us coaches getting them prepared. But we saw that with the offense. He wasn't ready. O-line receivers didn't help him out much at all. And the offensive production wasn't quite there. But you can see the building blocks. You can see the pieces there. We just have things to fix.
Yeah, he threw a pass late in the game, and I don't know if you'll show this on the highlights, but you know, it was a beautiful pass, and it was right there. The receiver.
Bryson had it in his hands. It was a tough catch to make, but he has that ability, and he does that all practice long, and then he has that in him. So I'm excited to see what he's going to turn into. Yeah,
so you saw the flash there. Any other takeaways that you came away from Piedmont that you're building on going into?
Special teams has to be improved. Just like with live tackling, live special teams is tough to do with a team like this, and you know, that's on me. I failed to get us prepared for it, and so they blocked a kick and blocked a punt, and then that set them up to score, and that was the difference in the game. There's two plays: is we turned the ball over in the red zone, and good teams capitalize on mistakes. Right. Piedmont was a very good team. I thought talent-wise we should have got the job done, but we turned the ball over in the red zone. They drove the field and scored, and then we had a block punt. Now, there was only 2 scores our defense allowed was off mistakes on the offense side of the ball and the special teams side of the ball. Yeah. So offense and special teams are going to have to take a step up, and our defense is going to have to keep rolling.
Okay. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to take a break, say thanks to our sponsors. I say it every year. These sponsors are the reason this show is on the air. So if you see them out and about town, please say thank you. It makes it possible for us to showcase these young men each and every week. We'll see you right after the break.
My name is Jeremy Blackstock. I'm the head of school at Trinity Christian School. For over 50 years, our school has faithfully served the Dublin and Lawrence County community. If you are interested in learning more about Trinity Christian, visit our website or also stop by campus. We'd love to show you around. We'd love for your family to be a part of what we're doing here at Trinity Christian School as we endeavor to teach the truth every day. The Lord has blessed us, and we have experienced growth this year in our enrollment, but there are still plenty of spots available in K through 12th grade. So if you're interested in touring the school or interested in learning more about our application process, visit our website, tcsweb.org, or call us here at the school and speak with Dawn Lane, our admissions director.
School's back in, and we all know what that means. Let's go to the end. Oh! God, whether it's football or softball or any other fall sport, Dublin Chevy GMC is here for you. Fall is in the air here in Middle Georgia, but the deals are still smoking hot at Dublin Chevy GMC. Line up in that first group right now! Hey, hey, hey. The scouts say we can't catch, throw, or run well, but they all agree we sure do sell cars well at Dublin Chevy GMC.
Badcock Home Furniture and More is your home store, where you'll find great savings on new living room sets, sofas, love seats, recliners, and more. Badcock Home Furniture and More has great savings every day on bedding and bedroom sets. Shop Badcock Home Furniture and More for a great selection of dining room sets, and save every day on electronics and appliances at Badcock Home Furniture and More, 1927 Highway 441 South in Dublin. Call 275-3144 for more information, or stop by and see Wendy and Tim Sumner or any of their friendly staff today at Badcock and More Home Furniture Store, where no credit is ever refused.
Okay, everyone, we're going to show last week's highlights against Piedmont.
I got the first play of the first drive this year. We did a good job of, setting the edge for Boots here, and he does everything he needs to do to get the first down and keep the drive rolling. Same play from a wider angle. Our lead blocker here, Wade, does a good job of sealing the edge for us, and leaves Boots one-on-one with the corner, and he makes a miss, gets what we need. It's big on third down to move the chains, and we did it. Here we get to see Ben CP's legs a little bit. We ran a pass play, but he saw green grass downfield, turned it on, and did a great job there. Same thing from different angle. See the blocking outside, see Hampton, and Cameron setting the edge for us. See Cameron Shepard there at the right tackle really blew up their defensive end, and he's doing that all night. He's playing at an elite level for us. Unfortunately, the drive stalled out, thanks to a penalty and, a few broken plays, missed blocks. But we have a great punter this year. We see that with Wade right here. He puts it within the 5-yard line. Everything you could ask right there. And Boots Fenson makes a hustle play, gets down there, and they muff the punt, and we got the ball back in scoring position. At that point, first drive of the game, still no score by anyone yet. We get the ball at the 5-yard line. What good teams do is execute, take advantage when teams make mistakes, and we were not ready for that yet. And so once we got in there, we had some penalties, and then we had a fumbled snap, and they were able to recover the ball. So that drive stalled out. We didn't capitalize on their mistake. And because of that, and because of our fumble in the red zone, they were able to drive the distance to the field and get the first score. See, Cameron did a great job right there. Not only on the O-line is he dominant as the nose guard on the defense, he moved their center in the backfield, reached around him, and made the tackle. It was a great play. Wade Registers really stepped up as a linebacker for us, and he met him in the backfield too. Wade stepped up, had 13 tackles for us in the game. He was all over the field. Again, we have Wade and Evan Williams, a new linebacker for us. Meet him in the backfield, and Anthony Franks does a great job of setting that edge for us as the edge defender, taking on the block and fighting back to make the tackle. Every time he gets on the field, I see him growing. This is his first time playing football. He's looking more and more like a football player every time he's out there. Big play there started off by Isaiah Tolentino, our senior lineman, and then finished by Luke Bennett, our senior linebacker, both of them flying around making big plays in this game. huge fourth down play right here. Bryson Bars has stepped up in a lot of ways on this team for us. Last year was a very consistent cornerback, but didn't make these next level plays. This year he's been the most dedicated player in the weight room, at everything. Right here, studied film, knew what play they're going to run, and then instantly went back there and stopped the running backs in the track for a loss on fourth down. That was an incredible play. After that, we got the ball back, and the drive really stopped, and they ended up blocking a punt. And so they get the ball right back there in scoring position. We made a lot of plays, got them to fourth down. They ended up scoring on a play that, a little questionable. I thought he was out of bounds at the 5-yard line, but they made a big play on that. But the fact that we had them to fourth down when they got the ball at the 5-yard line was, impressive for our defense to force them, make them use it every down to try to get it. We shifted into a spread later on in the game, just try to catch them off guard. Jamie did a good job of still trying to power run the ball. Jamie's a great inside zone running back, and we see it right here. He has great vision. He can find the holes, and just need to secure the football a little better, and he'll be a great running back for us. Falling right behind Cameron Shepard, driving his O-lineman 8 yards down the field. Another big defensive play by Luke Bennett in the backfield. He was there all night. He really stepped up and impressed me this week. Again, we had Luke sneaking through, Wade filling there. I love tackles for loss, and we've seen a good bit of them in this game. Great hustle play by Carson Shepard there to fall on that drop snap. And at that point, we're in a position to go up and, get back in this game. Offense just wasn't quite ready, and we didn't get the job done. But our team fought to the end. Saw defensive plays all night long like that to keep us in that ball game. But it came down to we fumbled the ball in the red zone, and we had a blocked punt, and those two plays decided the game for us. And so moving on, I definitely want to see us capitalize on mistakes by their team like that, and keep making these hustle plays by Carson Shepard, and good things will come from it. Anthony Franks was in that backfield as fast as possible there. Quarterback couldn't handle the snap and didn't know what to do with Anthony hawking them down like that. Another huge tackle for a loss there. Luke Bennett was on it, but Carter Lee, a sophomore for us that I was hoping would show up in this game, started towards the second half, really stepped up there. We see a 5-yard tackle for loss by the young kid. Again, Luke Bennett in the backfield. Here's our defensive player of the game. He's out there having fun, and that's what it's all about right there, playing aggressive, having fun. Try to get a little sweet play out there, and Jamie Deacle and Evan Williams had him for another loss. Huge play by Evan Williams right there. Blow it up in the backfield. It's a 4th down play. Needed him to be big right there, and he was. Cameron stuffed the line there and allowed Wade to get back there and make another tackle for loss. I couldn't be more proud of our defense. I mean, you've seen it in the highlights here where we're in that backfield. We're stopping the play before it gets started. And that was them all night, and I need them to be that all season. Offense will catch up, special teams will catch up, and we're going to be a good football team. Another tackle for loss by Evan Bennett. Or Evan and Bennett.
You want to know why we ride? Maybe it's because everything looks better with a fresh coat. It's putting on your Sunday best and catching up with old friends. And who doesn't love going into the office? We ride because out here, we can be our true selves, dirt and all. Maybe that's why.
Hey, I'm TJ with Dublin Outdoors and Power Sports, formerly known as Myers Equipment Supply. We are a full-line sales and service dealer for Can-Am Off-Road.
Allen's Heating and Cooling is your licensed Amana equipment dealer. Trust Allen's Heating and Cooling to install and service your heating and air conditioning unit. Allen services all brands, and with the purchase of a new unit, Amana offers a lifetime compressor warranty. Sean Clark or any of his friendly staff can help you today at Allen's Heating and Cooling. Your Amana dealer. Amana, last and last and last.
Hi, I'm Tom Domney, Dublin Nelson Company. We're a full-service wholesaler specializing in plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products. We are committed to building long-term relationships with our customers by earning your business every day. With a staff that collectively offers more than 50 years of expertise, our team knows your industry. We're able to answer your questions and are ready to help you get the parts and equipment you need. At Dublin Nelson, Our goal is long-term success of your business. We achieve that goal with a simple commitment, doing things right, one customer at a time. Our showroom is complete with the latest styles and fixtures. Stop by and see us at 507 Airport Road, or give us a call at 478-272-3585. That's W. Nelson.
All right, welcome back. Those are the highlights from last week's game against Piedmont. But Coach, you know, we're going to week 2, or week 1 as they call it. They called last week week 0. I'm really not sure why people refer to it as week 0, but here we are at week 1 and our second game, and it's a home game for us. So this is going to be the first game. The next 2 games are on the road, but the Gators from Gatewood, from Edenton, are coming to town.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about this game. I'm excited to get back there on the Cleve and see all the fans come back out, and a lot of energy around it. Gatewood is a team we've been playing for years. They're very good. Coach Ratliff does a great job. A few guys out there that are very talented that we're going to have to account for. But we've been practicing, and our guys are responding at practice. So I'm really looking forward to being back at home.
Good deal. Specifically, what do you? I know you've watched tons of film on them. What do you see that they do really well?
Well, they've been running the I formation triple option forever, and they're really good at it. Their quarterback has gotten much better. He's young last year. He runs it smooth. They run it fast. At their tailback, they have Evan Bennett, a very good athlete, committed at the D1 level. So accounting for him, and they like to throw the ball out of it a ton. They have a tight end that will catch you downfield if you're just keyed in on the run. So being balanced on defense, knowing your responsibility on the option, things we have struggled with in the past that is going to have to be improved. I think our guys are clicking. You know, it's one thing to stop the option at practice, but it's another thing doing a game. But our guys know their responsibility. Defense, we're flying around, and if we can respond and keep doing what we did last week, I think we can slow them down and stop them. Offensively, obviously, we have some improving to do. Not much production there, but this is the second week our quarterback got to practice, so he's just another week better. Our O-line, we fixing some mistakes, so I'm confident to see what our offense is going to do.
Yeah, and I said that last week. You know, as you're sitting in the stands, the game's probably much slower for us in the stands than it is for you as a coach. But I said it to a couple of people sitting up there. You know, just missed assignments. We were there. The people just were not doing what. So those are the things that I know that you and your coaching staff are working hard to clean up.
Yeah, no, we definitely are, and the players are answering to. We've had a lot of film sessions with them. That they can go up on the whiteboard and draw the responsibility for every play right now. And you know, it's the first week of school, but they're focusing in the film, and I hope they're staying up on their grades too. But they are spending a lot of hours watching film. Our players are dedicated. They want to win. We see it in the weight room every day. We see it, you know, if you look at the time, how many minutes each player is spending on film, we can see it. And they're answering the call at practice when it's 100 degrees, and they're out there working hard. So, you know, I'm ready. I'm confident.
Well, good deal. Well, I'd love to welcome everyone out to the Cleve this Friday night. Is it 7 o'clock?
7:30.
7:30. So 7:30 Friday night. If you don't have anything to do, these coaches, these administrators, especially the kids, would love for you to come out and support them. They've been working hard all summer, and let's do what we can do to show our sport. So until then, for Coach Jed Marsh, I'm Michael Maffitt. We'll see you next week.
Get ready for Trinity Crusader football. Tune in to the coaches' shows and game of the week every week on TV 35, or watch anytime at TV 35 WDIG on YouTube.